In the final years of the Yuan Dynasty, China didn't fall because of an invasion. It didn't fall because of famine alone. And it didn't fall because of rebellion at first. It fell because money stopped meaning anything. Paper notes flooded the streets. Prices doubled, then tripled. Farmers refused to sell grain. Soldiers were paid with currency no one trusted. And an empire that once ruled the largest landmass on Earth began collapsing from its own wallet. This is the story of how paper money nearly destroyed the Yuan Dynasty, and why financial shortcuts can kill even the strongest empires. Rewind. The Yuan Dynasty was founded by Kublai Khan, grandson of Genghis Khan. This wasn't just a Chinese dynasty, it was the Mongol Empire's eastern powerhouse. At its height, the Yuan ruled China, Mongolia, Korea, and trade routes that connected Europe, the Middle East, and Asia. Silk flowed west. Silver flowed east. Merchants crossed continents. And for the first time in history, an empire attempted something radical. They decided paper could replace metal. The Yuan didn't invent paper money, but they scaled it like no one before. Instead of heavy copper coins, instead of silver bars, the government issued paper notes called Jua Shalite. Portable. Fast. At first, it worked beautifully. Taxes were easier to collect. Trade moved faster. The state could fund armies instantly. And here's the key. The paper money was backed by real wealth. Gold, silver, and state reserves. Trust existed, and as long as trust lived, the system lived. But empires don't collapse when things are working. They collapse when leaders get comfortable. Running the Yuan Empire was expensive. Massive armies, grand palaces, wars on multiple fronts, disasters, floods, famines. The treasury began bleeding, and instead of cutting spending, instead of raising taxes carefully, the court chose the easiest solution: print more money. At first, it was subtle. Then it accelerated. More notes entered circulation without matching increases in silver or gold reserves. Trust began to thin. But the government didn't stop. They forced acceptance. Refuse paper money. Punishment. Use metal instead. Illegal. The message was clear. This paper has value because we say so. History has never been kind to that sentence. Then inflation exploded. Prices who had wages lagged behind. Savings evaporated. A bag of rice that once cost 1 note now cost 10. Merchants hid goods. Farmers stopped selling. Black markets flourished. The government responded the only way it knew how. More printing, which made everything worse. By the 1340s, soldiers were paid in useless paper. Officials demanded bribes in silver. And common people starved while holding stacks of money. Paper became firewood. The economy didn't boost weaken. It lost legitimacy. And once people stopped believing in money, they stopped believing in the state. This economic chaos ignited rebellion. Peasant uprisings spread like wildfire, most famously the Red Turban Rebellion. These weren't just angry farmers. They were people whose life savings had been erased. Inflation didn't just make them poor, it made them furious. The Yuan tried to suppress the revolts, but armies collapse when they're unpaid. Loyalty dies when money is worthless. In 1368, the unthinkable happened. The Mongol rulers were driven out of China. A dynasty that once dominated Eurasia fell to economic rot from the inside. Paper money didn't pull the trigger, but it loaded the gun. The Ming Dynasty replaced the Yuan. And here's the twist. The Ming tried paper money too, but they watched what happened. They tightened issuance. They relied more on silver. They respected trust. Because the Yuan taught a brutal lesson. You can conquer land with armies, but you can't print trust. Once confidence collapses, no decree can save you. This isn't just ancient history. This is a warning. Every system built on money depends on one thing: belief. The Yuan Dynasty proves that money is psychological. Trust is fragile, printing is tempting, and collapse is slow, then sudden. Empires don't fall the moment money weakens. They fall when people stop believing the numbers mean anything. And when that happens, paper becomes paper again, and power becomes dust.